Wendy Johnson, hailing from Minneapolis. Wendy gets her daily laughs from her adorable fluffy butt corgi named Georgie. Let's keep it going for Wendy Johnson.
Okay. So great to not see everyone tonight because these lights are so bright. How many of you out there have been divorced? Okay. Remarried? Hey! Awesome. Well, when I got divorced, I wondered if I could ever love again. But then I met Jim, the love of my life. And we were together until 2020 when he was diagnosed with brain cancer. Oh yeah, But you know, Jim had a really great sense of humor. He could he did turn his brain surgery into stand-up comedy, or rather, lie-down comedy. And the doctors and nurses loved him so much, they scheduled a second brain surgery. And they wanted an encore. Right? So after Jim died 5 months later, I joined us. When he was sick and I was caring for him, I joined a Facebook support group called The Wives of GBM. And that stands for glioblastoma. That's the kind of brain cancer he had. So think of John McCain. Then, 5 months later when he died, I graduated to the next support group, and that was the Widows of GBM. And it really wasn't that hard. There's 100% graduation rate. And, after divorce and then after Jim, how could I start over again? Well, eventually I decided I was ready for a postgraduate experience, and I joined the Widows of GBM Moving Forward dating. Well, red flags were a hot topic in this Facebook group. So, for example, if one of the widows posted something like, my new boyfriend is asking me for $5,000 to fund his grandmother's knee replacement, and I don't have it in the 20s that he needs. Red flags all up and down the comment section, right? Well, second. Despite all the horror stories, I decided to jump into the dating pool. Arms flailing, trying not to drown. So, based on my experience, pretty much common sense, before you even start to date, just swipe left if the profile name is anything like Bubba, or Hubba Bubba, or God forbid, Mutt Butt, or Muffin Thumper. Yeah, it can be worse, just not very G-rated for here. But once you do start dating, okay, ladies out there, I have 5 red flag warnings for you to watch out for. Okay. Red flag number 1. His profile says he was active in local politics. That's interesting. You go out for a beer to meet him for the first time, and he leans over and he whispers, 10 years ago, before it went national, I was the founding member of the Boogaloo Boys. Red flag number 2. You sleep with a guy on the first date, never having done this before, and regret it immediately. You tell him It's too much, too soon, too fast. He's upset. He doesn't understand. This is what happened the last time. What am I supposed to do? Hide my feelings? Red flag number 3. In the middle of Applebee's, he stands up and announces why you should go on a second date. I'm finally financially stable. And I've been sober 3 months. And I don't have any more STDs. Red flag number 4. He assures you that he and his wife are drawing up divorce papers. Shortly afterward, he informs you that his teenage son has started rehab at Hazleton. His wife has been diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, and his mother-in-law has mad cow disease. The divorce won't be final until after the new year. Oh, and it's only March. Red flag number 5. He calls you at midnight and says, I fucked up. He is on his way to your house to catch a 6 a.m. flight to Cancun for a spontaneous getaway. I ran out of gas. Where are you? Black River Falls. Where's that? 2 hours from Minneapolis, halfway between Madison and the cities. I forgot my wallet at home. You not only know you are not going to make that 6 a.m. flight, but you're not going to get that 12 noon margaritas on the beach. And you kick yourself for not having listened more carefully when he said, hey, my ADHD is no big deal. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, she's way over her head in the dating pool, right? Well, there is no lifeguard, and I have had to learn to swim. After all that red flag waving even, I know because I loved Jim that I can love again. So I'm seeing a very nice man now. And the best thing about it is he lives only 3 miles away. So if he runs out of gas, he can just walk to my house. And he is fully divorced. And his name is not Mudbutt or Muffin Butter. His name is just plain Joe. And I think Jim would like Joe very much.
Please keep it going for Wendy Johnson, everybody.